Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling a really interesting set of sources, religious verses, commentaries, all focused on the children of Israel.
Yeah, and we're aiming for a quick understanding, really, of the main themes: divine instructions, conduct, and surprisingly, some direct political interpretation.
Right, and what's immediately striking, you notice this right away, is the tension.
Exactly. Huge divine favor mention, but then bam, severe warnings about transgression right alongside it.
So let's unpack that favor first. The sources, specifically Al-Baqarah 47, say God preferred them over the worlds. That sounds pretty significant.
It's massive, but it wasn't, a free pass. The sources are clear. There are conditions. Big ones.
Okay, like what?
Well, remembering that favor, first off, then fulfilling God's covenant, believing the revelation, not mixing truth and falsehood, and practical things too. Establish prayer, give zakat, charity.
So the blessing is tied directly to their actions, their conduct.
Absolutely. It's entirely conditional. Forget your side of the deal, and, well, things change.
And that standard of conduct gets really specific, especially regarding life itself. There's that powerful line, Al-Ma'idah 32.
Oh, yeah. Whoever kills a soul, it is as if he had killed mankind entirely. Unless, for just cause like murder or spreading corruption.
And the flip side, too, saving a life is like saving all mankind.
It sets an incredibly high ethical bar. Every single life has this universal weight.
Which makes the warnings about consequences even more potent, doesn't it?
Definitely. Al-Isra 7 and 8 talk about returning to sin, meaning God returns to punishment, disfigurement, destruction, hell as a prison for the disbelievers. It connects ethical failure directly to, severe outcomes.
There's also this interesting dynamic around land and how they were told to enter it. Al-Araf 161 mentions, dwell in this city.
Right, but with specific instructions. Eat from it, yes, but ask for forgiveness, enter the gate humbly, prostrating, do good.
And that leads to forgiveness and increase.
Exactly. Humility, seeking forgiveness, that's presented as the path to success. It's a stark contrast to an earlier moment mentioned in Al-Ma'idah 24.
Where disobedience led to that command, go, you and your Lord, and fight. A very different tone.
Completely different. The sources seem to favor blessing through, let's say, ethical and peaceful conduct upon entry.
Okay, but then how do we square that with the rules of engagement mentioned later in the sources, like in Al-Baqarah 191?
Good point. The sources do cite rules for conflict, like fighting those who expelled them is permitted.
And that line, persecution is worse than killing.
Yes, but there are limits. Like the specific rule about not initiating fighting at Al-Masjid al-Haram, the sacred mosque, only fight there if attacked first.
So you have instructions for peace, instructions for conflict. How does the commentary wrap this all up?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting. The commentary synthesizes all of it. The favor, the ethics, the conflict rules.
And concludes.
It argues, based on these texts, that while the land is promised, fulfilling the covenant means asking forgiveness upon entry and critically not expelling the people already living there.
Wow. Okay, so that interpretation directly informs the political stance.
It seems so. The commentary explicitly states, and we're just reporting what the source says here, that calling Israel a specifically Jewish state is, in their view, a bad idea.
Why? What's the reasoning given in the source?
The reasoning provided is that, according to their reading of God's instructions, any nation established should include all people within it. Universality again.
So the source's final conclusion is, what exactly?
That for Israel to be at peace and align with the divine order described, it should submit to that order. And how? By being democratic and inclusive, rather than defining itself solely by religion.
Okay, so let's leave you, the listener, with this. We've seen how these sources link divine favor to strict ethical demands, like saving one life is saving all humanity.
And how subsequent interpretation connects those ancient theological commands directly to a call for a specific modern political structure, one that's democratic and inclusive.
So the question for you to ponder is how this source material draws that line from theological obedience all the way to contemporary governance. Something to think about.